Just yesterday, a 68-year-old man in Florida passed away from a sudden stroke. He didn't smoke. He walked every morning. No history of heart disease. But according to doctors, there was one thing he did regularly. He ate certain harmless foods almost every day. Foods that millions of seniors eat without ever realizing they could silently be damaging their arteries, leading to a deadly stroke with no warning. Could you be eating the same foods? Today on Healthy Horizon 60, we're revealing 5 everyday foods that people over 60 should avoid immediately and giving you safer, healthier options you can switch to today. Let's get started. Processed meats. Processed meats such as bacon, sausages, hot dogs, and deli meats like ham, bologna, and salami are widely consumed in the United States, especially among older adults. These foods are often convenient, flavorful, and deeply familiar, but they pose a significant health risk, especially for individuals over 60. Why processed meats are dangerous? Processed meats are typically high in sodium and saturated fats. These two components are directly linked to elevated blood pressure and high cholesterol, two of the primary risk factors for stroke. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, high blood pressure, also known as hypertension, is the leading cause of stroke and a major contributor to heart disease. Processed meats can contain extremely high levels of sodium. For example, just 2 slices of deli ham may contain over 600 milligrams of sodium. That's almost half of the recommended daily sodium limit for older adults, which is 1,500 milligrams per day, according to the American Heart Association. Saturated fats in processed meats also contribute to the buildup of plaque in the arteries. This plaque can narrow the arteries and restrict blood flow to the brain, significantly increasing the likelihood of a clot or stroke. Moreover, many processed meats contain preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which have been associated with inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which can further raise stroke risk. Research from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that eating just 1 serving of processed meat per day was associated with a 42% increased risk of developing heart disease and a 19% higher risk of type 2 diabetes. These conditions are closely linked with increased stroke risk, making this category of food particularly dangerous. Healthier protein alternatives. Replacing processed meats with healthier protein sources can significantly reduce the risk of stroke. Lean, minimally processed proteins are ideal. These include grilled chicken or turkey breast, preferably skinless. Fish, such as salmon, sardines, or trout, which are rich in heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids, plant-based proteins like lentils, chickpeas, black beans, and tofu. Preparing these proteins at home allows control over added salt and fat. For sandwiches, consider roasted turkey breast cooked at home, or try spreads like hummus or avocado, which are flavorful and heart-healthy. When craving something hearty at breakfast, try oatmeal topped with fruit and nuts instead of bacon or sausage. Oatmeal contains soluble fiber that helps reduce cholesterol and improve blood vessel function. Practical tips for reducing processed meats. Read labels carefully. Some deli meats labeled as healthy still contain high sodium levels and additives. Look for options with less than 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. Cook at home more often. This provides control over ingredients and reduces reliance on convenience foods. Use herbs and spices for flavor instead of salt or processed seasonings. Try meatless meals once or twice a week. Dishes based on beans, lentils, or tofu can be just as satisfying and significantly healthier. Freeze homemade proteins in small portions for quick meals without needing processed shortcuts. The stroke connection. A stroke occurs when blood flow to part of the brain is blocked or reduced. Without oxygen-rich blood, brain cells begin to die within minutes. The foods consumed daily, especially over time, play a major role in either promoting or preventing such a life-threatening event. By limiting or avoiding processed meats, seniors can take a critical step in reducing their risk. Every small shift, each sandwich made with grilled chicken instead of deli ham, each breakfast of oatmeal instead of bacon, contributes to a stronger heart and healthier brain. High-sodium foods. High-sodium foods are some of the most common items in the American diet, and they're especially risky for older adults. Found in canned soups, frozen dinners, boxed meals, sauces, and salty snacks, these products may seem convenient and familiar, but they often contain more salt than the body can handle, especially as it ages. The hidden danger in salt sodium is an essential mineral that helps regulate fluids and blood pressure. However, too much of it can quickly become dangerous. When sodium levels are high, the body retains excess water to dilute it. This added water increases the volume of blood in the bloodstream, placing greater pressure on blood vessel walls, a condition known as high blood pressure, hypertension. Hypertension is one of the leading causes of stroke. Over time, constant high pressure weakens and damages the arteries, making them more likely to rupture or become blocked. When this happens in the brain, a stroke can occur, sometimes with little or no warning. According to the American Heart Association, adults, especially those over 60, should aim to consume no more than 1/500 milligrams of sodium per day. That's about 2/3 of a teaspoon of salt. However, the average American consumes more than 3,400 milligrams daily, more than double the recommended amount. Many older adults unknowingly exceed these limits, not by using the salt shaker, but by eating processed and prepackaged foods where salt is hidden as a preservative and flavor enhancer. Even a single serving of canned soup can contain up to 900 milligrams of sodium, and most people eat more than one serving. Common high-sodium offenders' canned soups and broths, even healthy or light versions, may contain 600, 1,000 milligrams per serving. Frozen dinners and TV dinners, many contain over 200 milligrams of sodium per meal. Cheese and processed meats, a few slices of deli turkey or ham can quickly add up. Snack foods, chips, crackers, salted nuts, and microwave popcorn often carry high sodium loads. Bread and rolls. These may not taste salty, but bread can contribute a significant portion of daily sodium. Salad dressings, sauces, and condiments, soy sauce, ketchup, and even store-bought vinaigrettes are sodium-heavy. What makes sodium especially tricky is that it doesn't always taste salty. Foods like breakfast cereals, breads, and baked goods may taste mild, but still contain significant sodium content. Healthier, low-sodium alternatives. The good news is that reducing sodium is achievable and often more flavorful than expected. Start by looking for low-sodium or no-salt added versions of favorite items. Many manufacturers now offer these alternatives due to increasing awareness of sodium-related health risks. Low-sodium soups and broths. Check labels for products with under 140 milligrams of sodium per serving. Fresh or frozen vegetables. Skip the canned versions with added salt and opt for frozen vegetables with no added sauces. Homemade meals. Preparing meals from scratch using fresh ingredients puts full control in the cook's hands. Use herbs and spices. Basil, rosemary, garlic, cumin, paprika, black pepper, and lemon juice can add flavor without adding sodium. Rinse canned foods. If using canned beans or vegetables, rinse them thoroughly under water to remove excess salt. Read labels carefully. Reduced sodium doesn't always mean low sodium. Check the actual milligrams per serving. Choosing to cook more meals at home can be one of the most effective ways to control sodium intake and support long-term brain and heart health. Practical tips for reducing sodium. Cook in bulk. Homemade meals. can be frozen in individual portions for quick use. Avoid adding salt at the table. Train taste buds to enjoy food as it is. Seasoned with herbs. Flavor with vinegar or citrus. A splash of lemon or apple cider. Vinegar can brighten dishes. Limit sauces and condiments. Use sparingly or switch to low-sodium versions. Watch portion sizes. Even low-sodium foods can add up if portions are too large. Stroke prevention. Through smarter choices, reducing sodium isn't about deprivation, it's about protection. Every decision made in the kitchen affects the heart, blood pressure, and ultimately the brain. By becoming more mindful about sodium intake, older adults can dramatically reduce their risk of stroke, maintain better energy levels, and enjoy more independence in their golden years. Stroke doesn't need to be a looming fear. It can be prevented, one bite at a time, one choice at a time. 3. Sugary treats. Sweet treats are often linked to comfort, celebration, and even tradition. For many older adults, a donut with morning coffee or a bowl of ice cream in the evening can feel like a daily reward. But while occasional indulgence isn't necessarily harmful, regularly consuming high-sugar foods can pose serious health risks, particularly for seniors. The link between sugar and stroke pastries, donuts, cookies, cakes, sugary cereals, and candies all contain large amounts of added sugars. These sugars provide no essential nutrients and contribute to obesity, type 2 diabetes, and inflammation, all of which increase the risk of stroke. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, having type 2 diabetes doubles the risk of having a stroke. This is because high blood sugar levels can damage blood vessels over time, making them more susceptible to blockages or ruptures. The American Heart Association recommends limiting added sugar to no more than 6 teaspoons, 25 grams, per day for women and 9 teaspoons, 36 grams, per day for men. But the average American consumes more than 17 teaspoons daily, nearly triple the healthy limit. Another danger is how sugar contributes to visceral fat, the deep abdominal fat that wraps around organs. This kind of fat increases the likelihood of developing insulin resistance and metabolic syndrome, both of which are stroke risk factors. Hidden sugars in everyday foods. Sugary cereals, granola bars, flavored yogurts, bottled smoothies, sweetened applesauce, and even condiments like ketchup or salad dressings often contain added sugars that are not immediately obvious. For seniors trying to maintain or improve their health, being aware of these hidden sugars is key. A seemingly healthy breakfast of a fruit-flavored yogurt and a cereal bar can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. Eating these regularly can cause blood sugar spikes, weight gain, and cholesterol imbalances. Healthier ways to satisfy a sweet tooth. The good news is that there are natural and satisfying alternatives to processed sugary treats, options that provide both flavor and nutrition. Fresh. Fruits such as apples, oranges, grapes, bananas, and berries are naturally sweet and packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. Unsweetened applesauce or mashed bananas can be used in baking as a replacement for sugar. Plain Greek yogurt sweetened naturally with a drizzle of honey and a handful of berries makes a creamy, nutrient-dense dessert. Homemade baked goods using whole grain flours and natural sweeteners like dates or pureed fruits can be a better alternative to store-bought cookies or pastries. Choosing foods with natural sugars not only satisfies cravings, but also provides essential nutrients that support overall health, something refined sugars cannot offer. Practical tips for reducing added sugar. Read labels carefully. Look for added sugars under names like high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, dextrose, and cane sugar. Gradually reduce sugar. If completely cutting it out feels overwhelming, reduce it slowly over time. Flavor foods naturally. Add cinnamon, nutmeg, or vanilla extract to cereals and baked goods. Drink water or herbal teas. Avoid sugary beverages and opt for unsweetened drinks to quench thirst. Protecting brain health, one treat at a time. Reducing sugar intake isn't about giving up sweet pleasures. It's about choosing smarter ways to enjoy them. By being mindful about sugar, seniors can better manage their weight, improve blood sugar control, and reduce inflammation, all of which help protect the brain from stroke. A single change, like swapping out a dessert or rethinking breakfast, can make a lasting difference. Sweetness doesn't have to come with a cost. With natural whole food alternatives, it can come with benefits. Trans fats are among the most dangerous types of fats found in modern diets. Often hiding in plain sight, they are commonly found in fried foods, packaged snacks, commercial, baked goods, frozen pizzas, and margarine spreads. While they may make food taste crispier, creamier, or more shelf-stable, trans fats pose a serious threat to heart and brain health. How trans fats affect stroke. Risk trans fats, also known as partially hydrogenated oils, are a type of unsaturated fat that has been chemically altered to improve texture and extend shelf life. But that chemical change has a dangerous side effect. Trans fats do two harmful things in the body. They raise LDL, bad cholesterol, which can lead to plaque buildup in the arteries. They lower HDL, good cholesterol, which normally helps remove LDL from the bloodstream. This double impact makes trans fats especially harmful. The result is narrowed and hardened arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis. When these narrowed arteries limit or block blood flow to the brain, a stroke can occur. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, eliminating trans fats from the diet can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. In fact, cities and countries that have banned trans fats have seen improvements in public health, including fewer stroke-related hospitalizations. While the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, banned the use of artificial trans fats in most processed foods starting in 2018, some products manufactured before that time can still be found on shelves. Additionally, small amounts of trans fats may still exist in products labeled 0 grams trans fat due to labeling rules that allow foods with less than 0.5 grams per serving to list it as 0. For individuals who consume multiple servings, the danger can still add up. Where trans fats may still be hiding even after the FDA ban, trans fats can occasionally be found in commercially baked goods, store-bought pies, pastries, cakes. Some brands of microwave popcorn non-dairy creamers and ready-to-use frosting frozen pizzas and certain pie crust fried, foods from fast food chains or restaurants using older frying oils, margarine or shortening-based spreads. Reading ingredient labels carefully is the best defense. Look for the words partially hydrogenated oil. If it appears on the label, that product contains trans fats, even if it says 0 grams trans fat. Healthier fat. Alternatives replacing trans fats with healthier sources of fat can greatly improve heart and brain function. Here are some excellent alternatives. Olive oil. Rich in monounsaturated fats, olive oil supports good cholesterol and reduces inflammation. It's ideal for cooking or salad dressings. Avocados. Full of healthy fats and fiber, avocados can be used in sandwiches, salads, or even desserts. Nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds are nutrient-dense and full of heart-protective fats. Fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, and sardines contain omega-3 fatty acids that help reduce blood pressure and lower triglyceride levels. When it comes to baking, swap out shortening or margarine with applesauce or mashed bananas to reduce overall fat content. Greek yogurt or avocado for moisture and richness without the cholesterol. These small substitutions not only eliminate harmful fats, but also introduce Beneficial nutrients that protect against stroke and other chronic conditions. Practical tips for avoiding trans fats. Read all ingredient labels. Look for partially hydrogenated oils, even on foods labeled zero trans fat. Choose oils wisely. Use olive, canola, or avocado oil for cooking and baking. Avoid fast food or fried takeout. If unsure of the cooking oil used, ask or choose grilled. Options. Bake at home. Homemade meals and desserts provide control over ingredients and eliminate hidden fats. Limit processed snacks. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Protecting brain and heart. Health. Eliminating trans fats is one of the most effective dietary changes for stroke prevention. These fats offer no health benefit, only harm. By recognizing where they hide and replacing them with heart-healthy options, seniors can protect their arteries, support brain function, and enjoy a higher quality of life. Making these changes doesn't require giving up flavor or comfort. It just takes awareness, willingness, and a few smart substitutions. The reward is well worth it: a healthier heart, a stronger brain, and peace of mind. 5. Sugary beverage. Among the most overlooked contributors to stroke risk are sugary beverages. These include regular sodas, sweetened iced teas, lemonade, flavored waters, fruit punches, and energy drinks. While they may seem like simple refreshments, these drinks are loaded with added sugars that can do real damage to the body, especially in older adults. How sugary drinks increase stroke. Risk sugary beverages are one of the leading sources of added sugars in the American diet. A single 12-ounce can of soda contains about 10 teaspoons of sugar, which is more than the American Heart Association's recommended daily limit of added sugars for an entire day. 6 teaspoons for women, 9 for men. Consuming these beverages regularly leads to rapid spikes in blood sugar levels, which over time can result in insulin resistance, weight gain, and type 2 diabetes. Each of these conditions is strongly linked to a higher risk of stroke. According to Harvard Health Publishing, people who regularly drink sugary beverages are significantly more likely to develop heart disease and stroke. In fact, research from the Nurses' Health Study and Health Professionals Follow-Up Study found that individuals who consumed 1 or more sugary drinks per day had a 26% greater risk of developing type 2 diabetes and were also at higher risk for cardiovascular events, including stroke. The stroke connection. The connection between sugary drinks and stroke is clear. High blood sugar damages the walls of blood vessels over time, making them more prone to rupture or blockage. Excess sugar also contributes to visceral fat accumulation, which increases blood pressure and cholesterol, both key risk factors for stroke. For older adults, the risks are even greater because the body's ability to regulate blood sugar naturally declines with age. Regularly consuming sugary beverages can accelerate this decline and lead to complications that significantly increase the chances of a stroke. Where sugar is hiding in beverages, many drinks that seem healthy are actually loaded with hidden sugars. Some common culprits include sweetened iced teas. A typical 16-ounce bottle may contain 35-45 grams of sugar. Flavored coffees, specialty lattes, and blended drinks often have over 50 grams of sugar. Fruit juices and fruit drinks, even 100% juices high in natural sugars. And many fruit drinks contain added sugars as well. Flavored waters, often marketed as healthy, many contain added sweeteners or syrups. Energy drinks. These can contain not only sugar but also high levels of caffeine, which may increase blood pressure. Even beverages labeled as low-fat or light can be deceptive. Some reduce fat or calories but increase sugar content to maintain taste. This is why checking nutrition labels and ingredient lists is so important. Healthier hydration options. The most effective way to reduce stroke risk linked to sugary drinks is to replace them with healthier alternatives. Fortunately, there are many delicious and refreshing options. Plain water, the gold standard. Staying hydrated helps regulate blood pressure and supports all body functions. Infused water. Add slices of lemon, cucumber, mint, orange, or berries for flavor without added sugar. Herbal teas. Naturally caffeine-free and available in many flavors, herbal teas offer hydration and soothing properties. Sparkling water. Unsweetened varieties can provide a fizzy alternative to soda. Diluted fruit juice. If juice is preferred, mix it with water or soda water to reduce sugar content. When transitioning away from sugary drinks, it helps to gradually reduce intake. Start by cutting 1 soda per day or switching from sweetened tea to unsweetened and add lemon for flavor. Over time, the taste buds adjust, and cravings for overly sweet beverages diminish. Practical tips for cutting. Sugary beverages, don't keep them at home. If sugary drinks aren't available, you're less likely to reach for them. Bring a water bottle. Having water nearby makes it easier to stay hydrated throughout the day. Choose unsweetened. When dining out, ask for unsweetened tea or water with lemon. Watch for hidden sugar ingredients. Look out for terms like high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, or fruit juice concentrate. Wean off gradually. Replace one sugary drink at a time instead of quitting cold turkey. A simple change. A powerful result. Avoiding sugary drinks is one of the simplest and most effective ways to improve health and reduce stroke risk. Unlike food, beverages can be consumed quickly and in large amounts, meaning sugar adds up fast. By choosing water, herbal teas, and other unsweetened options, seniors can protect their blood vessels, maintain a healthy weight, and support stable blood sugar levels. Hydration is essential at any age. But for those 60 and older, what's in the glass can make all the difference. Choosing wisely today can help prevent serious health issues tomorrow. Conclusion. Making dietary changes can be challenging, but the benefits are well worth the effort. By avoiding processed meats, high-sodium foods, sugary treats, trans fats, and sugary beverages, you can significantly reduce your risk of stroke. Remember, it's never too late to make positive changes. Start by incorporating 1 or 2 of these alternatives into your daily routine. Consult with your healthcare provider before making significant dietary changes, especially if you have existing health conditions. If you found this information helpful, please like this video, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to our channel for more health tips. Together, we can take proactive steps towards a healthier future.